What's up, everyone? It's food prep time. This is a Saturday. I've got disc golf playing on the projector. Importantly, I've got lots of cut potatoes for my carbs. Love those red russet potatoes. I use this cutter. You literally just drop the potato in there, pop, it shoots them out. I put paper towels down to absorb some of the moisture so these things fry up extra nice and crispy. This is the first batch that I've got going, and as I'm doing that, I've got about 10 pounds of pork loin that I trimmed all the fat off of that I could find in the air fryer. Takes a little under an hour to cook. These air fryers are the best thing in the world for my food prep. About to season this up, and after that pork loin's done, get it in the air fryer. One of the secrets to making sure your fries and stuff get crispy in the air fryer, after you cut those potatoes, you've washed them, you dab them to try and get all the moisture off that you possibly can. You can also have these soak after you cut them in cold water to pull some of the extra starch out of the potatoes. But the biggest thing is just do everything you can to get these things dried off as much as possible. For my seasonings and such, I'm going with an olive oil here. Normally you don't want to use olive oil in the air fryer to much extent because the burn point on that is really low. So you end up with a whole lot of smoke, but that's kind of the intention. I'm trying to keep my fats as low as possible, but still get that good texture on the fries. If I use olive oil, a very small amount, honestly I'm only going to use about maybe 2 or 3 tablespoons here. That's about 300 calories of fat, but that's actually going to cook off to a large extent in the air fryer since it's going to smoke. It'll help get that extra crisp since these are going to be in there cooking for quite a while. Black pepper, salt, and this Cuban seasoning is actually one of my favorites. Check that out. Give that a shot. I'm going to add a little bit of oregano just because I like the flavor. Oh yeah. Look at my babies. And here's what we end up with. With all those seasonings in the air fryer, very, very, very little fat at all. We get that nice crispy potato, and when I want to have them again, instead of tossing them in the microwave, I just toss them back in the air fryer. So that entire process takes around 2 hours for that volume of food. We're talking over 10 pounds of meat and 2 full bags of potatoes. And the pork loin itself cooks for around an hour, but to trim it and season it and basically just cut it in half and stick it in the air fryer. 50 minutes at 400 degrees on the larger one. Those cook a little bit slower just because of the volume of air inside of it. If you have a smaller air fryer, it won't take quite as long. I have to make adjustments for that because I've got a smaller air fryer as well. The potatoes I cook at, I believe it was 400 for about 20 minutes. Each air fryer is going to be a little bit different, and depending on the size and the power, etc., you'll have to make adjustments there. But that's about how long it took to get that nice crisp on the outside. And they will look a little bit darker than normal because of the air frying dynamic, but they still taste really, really good. And being able to stick them back in the air fryer after all that's done as your seconds, honestly, I think it actually tastes better. The texture's better. They actually get even crispier. So it's almost like they become more fresh when they're leftovers. But yeah, if you guys have any ideas for substitutes or want to give this a shot, give me feedback down below. Shoot me a DM if you have any questions. Hope you're having a good one.